Hi, everyone. I want to talk about LinkedIn for a moment. Did you know that LinkedIn has over 467 million profiles? I mean, that's incredible growth since the platform was first founded in 2003. But with 467 million profiles out there, how do you make your profile stand out from the crowd? Well, I have 7 tips for you. Tips that you can go ahead and incorporate any or all of these if you need to right off the bat. So, tip number 1, you need to customize your LinkedIn URL. And let me show you how this is done because I would say well over 50% of the profiles I see have not customized their URL. And by doing so, it makes you look technology savvy. It makes you look like you're on top of things and that even the littlest things matter. So, what is a default looking LinkedIn URL? Let me show you one. So what you need to do is you need to be able to backspace over this number to get rid of this number. And it's just a 90-second process to do. And it's very easy. Here's the steps. So here I've brought up my LinkedIn account and I'm on the main page of my LinkedIn profile. I'm going to go over here and click on the profile. And this is going to bring me into the edit mode. So this is where I could actually change my picture. I could change the background, which we're going to be talking about a little bit more. I can do editing, in the entire profile, all the way down education and recommendations. But what I want to do is I want to click over here to edit public profile and URL. And this is right here on the right hand side where it says edit URL. This is where I can make my changes. So what I want to do is I want to click on the little pencil right here. And keep in mind that you can only edit your LinkedIn URL one time. I've already done it, so I don't have that string of numbers. But if you have the default URL, you're going to have your name and then like a little squiggly line and a series of numbers. And what you want to do is you want to click in here, you want to go over to the far right and then backspace over that series of numbers and then hit the save button. One quick note, if you have a common name, it may have already been taken, so you will have to play with this a little bit. You can use your first name and then maybe put a dash in there for your second name. You could use a middle initial. You could maybe use your first initial, last name. Play around with it a little bit, but the one thing that I would really encourage you to do, I think it's very important, is to keep this in relationship to your name and don't go some far off place like bikerungirl.com or something. You want to keep it professional, so somehow incorporate your name into it. Okay, tip number 2 is making sure that you have a profile photo. Let me show you something. Let's imagine for a moment that I'm a recruiter and I am looking for an administrative assistant to fill for the CEO position of the company that I'm working for. So I'm going to go over here to LinkedIn. I'm going to type in administrative assistant, and I'm going to do it in people here, but I can just click on the search right here, and then I'll just click on people. And here's a list of administrative assistants. I want you to understand something. That person there without a photo, this person without a photo right here, according to the latest statistics, 21 times less likely I will click on them to learn anything more about them. You need to have a photo. The photo does not need to be a professional headshot, but it does need to resonate with me. So what I mean by that is, a smile, distance from the camera. Don't be so far away that I can't see you. Lighter background versus a darker background. If you're outside, making sure the sun's not in your eyes, or that you're wearing a hat or sunglasses that I can't really see your face. These are all things that's going to help me, make it a little bit more resonate with me. Definitely no group photos. This is not Facebook. This is a professional networking platform. And the worst ones I see are a person has used their family pet as their profile picture. It's really important that you have a profile photo. Okay, tip number 3, you want to have a background photo that represents your career. So rather than me going and clicking on, individuals there, because as soon as I click on somebody, they're going to get an email that says, Bill Benoist was looking at their profile. And sometimes I get emails directly, messages from individuals saying, why were you looking at my profile? Other times I have people that I've clicked on during the day, and that evening I'll see them clicking on my profile. I don't want to bother anybody like that, so I'll just use mine. But what I want you to see is that the impact that can make by customizing the background. And all you need to do is something like this, is simply go to Google and do a search, LinkedIn backgrounds. If you're in finance, type in LinkedIn finance backgrounds. If you're in manufacturing, type in LinkedIn manufacturing backgrounds. You're going to find all sorts of different backgrounds out there. Very easy to change. And by the way, to change it, all you need to do is just go ahead and click the little click on the pencil right here, and this will allow you to change the background right there. So you find one, you save it to your desktop, you click on this, and then you can upload it directly into LinkedIn itself. Okay, the fourth tip that I have is in regards to the headline statement. So let me show you something. Imagine that I am a recruiter and I'm looking for a help desk technician. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here into the search box, and I'm going to put in help desk technician. And I would definitely filter this a little bit more, but I just want to show you in general what it is that I'm going to see. So I've clicked on this. I'm going to go click on people here. And you notice that the headline by default is the last company or most current company that I've worked for, and the position title that I've held. So this is prime real estate space, and you want to customize this. And there's two rules of thought when it comes to customizing the headline. The first is using a compelling headline statement. And that's something that I've personally used here. So let me go back over to my profile, and I want you to notice that rather than the last company or most current company that I'm working for, which is the founder of my business, I have customized this to helping ambitious professionals in mid to late career find jobs that fuel their passion. And then I actually use a pipe symbol, and I'm using some keywords. And keywords is what I want to talk about next. When it comes to your headline, there's, again, two schools of thought. One is using a compelling headline statement, but the other one is using keywords. And here, this example, this was a QA engineer who used keywords in his headline. This not only stands out very well in a search for a recruiter that may be looking for a software QA analyst, but also just in the search itself. These keywords will help this individual come up in a recruiter search. The next thing I want to talk about is the summary. I'm going to challenge you on something. Whatever your title is, maybe it's a program manager or a software engineer or a help desk technician or medical assistant, whatever your title is, I want you to go out and do a search on that, then change it over to people and start clicking on their profiles. Do it 5 or 6 individuals. And this is what you're going to find. The vast majority of them will either not have a summary, or they're going to have a summary, but when you read it, it reads the same way. They all sound the same. What I want you to do is definitely you need to have a summary, but more important than that, I don't want it to read the same way. So really put some work into the first 3 lines of that summary. Make it compelling enough that whoever's reading it is going to want to click on the show more. So here's another example of what I think is a well-written summary based upon the article of Why Do You Like Testing? Testing is not to find bugs but contribute improving product quality. As a result, the confidence about the product will grow. Also, testing is not about how many test cases are executed, but about understanding what customer wants and their use causes to, and it just makes me want to click on the show more. So that's what your goal is to get that person to click on the show more. Okay, tip number 7 is being active on LinkedIn. None of this is going to matter if you're not active on LinkedIn. So get out there and post, comment, share, connect with people. Be on LinkedIn at least 3 days of the week, if not every day of the week. It's really going to help your profile stand out from the crowd. So I hope you found this video informative and useful, and if so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. And also, by the way, if you're in career transition, I do have an online program I recently launched called finding work that fuels your passion. And I have a link to that in the notes section below.